Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 3. This is Episode 4. And as you can see, we're wearing a thing. Yes, whoops. Meant to do this. Jazzy hooked everybody up with a little bit of a jacket for the new mobs for 1.17 if you wanted it for Stream Day. So I went with the glow squid. I thought this would look the best with our color palette of our character, and I just haven't taken it off yet because I think it looks really, really cool. So last episode we went through doing some base work and we built ourselves a storage room down there and we got ourselves fairly organized here over at the base. Whilst I was out with Lee, we had caught ourselves a few of these axolotls. I think we caught the brown, the gold, and the cyan. I ended up getting this Lewis stick. I don't know, the pink one. And I found out with talking with Lee that there is a fifth color and it's rare, and that is the blue one. So I figured it's rare, it's a little bit grindy. I like grindy, so why not go and try to get the blue axolotl? Now, I didn't know anything about the blue axolotl, so I had to go do a little bit of research. I didn't do much, but I did find out that it's a 1 in 1200 chance of getting one. That is a 0.083% chance when breeding the axolotls that you'll get a blue one. Those odds are not in my favor. So the other thing that I found out is you can breed any axolotls, and there's that 1 in 1200 roll chance for it to be blue. The other thing that I found out about the axolotls is we have to feed them tropical fish that we catch in a bucket to actually get them to breed. It's not like being able to go out and get a bunch of tropical fish, kill them, feed them the dead fish. That does not work. It has to be fresh. You know, and it makes sense. Who doesn't like fresh, right? Right. So out here on this little coral reef, as you can see, we did build ourselves this first little pen, and I placed down the axolotls that I had here, and we started breeding them up just a couple at a time. Eventually, though, that wasn't going fast enough, so we did get ourselves 8 buckets, and we started breeding 8 of these axolotls at a time, and we did that for a little bit. Then we did Stream Day, where we spent almost the entire thing, over half of the Stream Day, breeding these guys up to no luck. What I have done since Stream Day is I have made 3 pens of 8, and we have mismatched colors here, we have all white here, and we have the mismatched colors here. These guys just happen to be the ones that grew up first when we were building the new pens. So now I am essentially doing 12 breeds at a time, right? There's 24 axolotls, that's 12 breeds. A 1 in 1200 chance means we should be able to get this in 100 breeds through here, right? Because 100 times 12 is 1200. So we've been at this for a while, and we've been scooping up a bunch of fish, placing them down, well, not placing them down, but feeding them to these guys and trying to get the baby axolotls. So I'll run you guys through what we do. It's a pretty seamless thing. We try to catch some fish. I'm getting better at this every time I go down here. And this is what we do. So a few people watch me in stream, and a few people I've talked with, you know, I've gotten pretty lucky and they've gotten this early on. But I've got about 7 hours of attempts under the belt. And we have had no luck. Now, when we first started out, like I said, we weren't being very efficient. We were just doing a couple of axolotls. I was hoping for some good luck. That didn't happen, so now we're being a little more efficient in the way that we do it, and hopefully it won't take too long, but I will roll some footage that I took yesterday of me doing this, and I've probably spent, or I've probably done quite a few breeds. Let's think about it. I've done probably 60 sets. To no luck. So we ought to be fast approaching the time when we get the blue axolotl. Now, once we get the blue one, we can simply let that thing grow up and then breed it with another one. Then it would probably, or it should have a 50-50 shot, basically, of becoming a blue axolotl when bred. And then once we have two, we've got it. So, no! Dang it. I meant to go to my food to feed myself. It's okay, we'll grab another fish. And honestly, this is the hardest part, or the longest part, is getting the tropical fish. It would be nice if we could just get these tropical fish in this form and feed them, but no, it needs to be this. I'm pretty sure we can't do anything with this. And again, it's a little grindy, so I am trying to breed these by colors, like we'll do the yellow one and the yellow one, with the thought process that this has a chance to either be yellow or blue. And then we'll pick the baby out of here. That's the pink one and the pink one. And this is what we do. We run through, we wait for the breed, we pick out the baby, and then we keep moving on. So we'll go through a little bit of breeding here on camera, and then we'll break and we'll just keep trying. And as I said, I'm about 7 hours into this endeavor at the time of this recording, and I have some footage of me breeding these guys. And the more I get involved in this, the more I want to do it. Now, this little pin here is exactly what you think it is with the lava and the water. Let's be honest, if I were going to keep all of the babies that were bred in this thing, I'm going to have a lot. I would probably have over 100 right now. Storing 100 of these in bucket form would take up a lot of storage space, and also leaving them in the world might cause a little bit of lag with being so many entities. So what I end up doing is just throwing them over here as opposed to me killing them, and let the nature take its course. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Let's jump down in here and we'll do the same thing. We'll just try to breed the two brown ones and see what that gets us. And it's a process. Eventually, one of these days, this guy's going to pop out and it's going to be blue, and I'm going to lose my mind. Who'd I get? The yellow? Okay. Now, I know, other than myself, I believe that Lee and Jesse are the other two on the server that are attempting this, but they're doing, you know, as time rolls around, they're just kind of doing a couple of breeds here, a couple of breeds there. And I have taken the daunting task of doing this. Like this. Come on, guys. Oh. Oh. But once we get a couple of blue ones, we are going to probably build a pin, or like a little fishy tank, to store our first one. We're going to need to get our hands on a name tag too, because we're going to name them. And then we're definitely going to store one in bucket form in our base, and then if we have the means to do it, we'll give other people one as well. One more of you is ready for the fish. Found it. Come on, please. Blue one, blue one, blue one. Trust me when I say we have been at this a long time. So now, we're going to go back to the daunting task of going to collect fish. And then we are going to... Let's kill the pufferfish. Yeah, we're going to collect more fish, and then we're going to attempt more breeds, and hopefully something happens. We will see. I don't know. Luck hasn't been on our side. The only thing that happened, luckily, is the pink one that we didn't have spawned in over here, and we caught that one, so we had one of every color. At least the 4 naturally occurring ones. Now, doing further research on this matter, after we were unsuccessful for so many hours, there was or is a bug in Java Edition where the blue one will actually spawn naturally. But that is not a thing for Bedrock. Of course, they have to be slightly different. There's no easy way to cheese the guy in either, so we have to go through this process. And I don't mind doing grindy things, but at the same time, going out and catching all these fish is a little bit of a daunting task, in my opinion. Oh, for something... Oh, man, I'm just collecting buckets of water. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One thing that I also did, you didn't see it in my base, and we barely briefed on it last episode, was Jessie came through and got us some protection 4. I saw her villager actually had the protection 4 trade for 20 emeralds, and my biggest problem was I don't have 20 emeralds. So I asked her for some help, and of course, she helped us out. So all of our armor has protection 4, because we were taking severe damage with any kind of attack from the ground down here. A trident would take 3 hearts from us. That was one of the big reasons that I wanted it. We put it on the armor, and as you see, we've got quite a few levels. That is from breeding. Yes, breeding. Well, we have been at it for a very, very long time, and still no luck. I think I've got about 1,400 breeds under my belt at this moment, and I've learned a few things. Number one, these guys reset and are ready to breed rather quickly. So what is slowing us down is inventory space and being able to hold the tropical fish. So if we had some way of automating tropical fish, which there is a little bit of a way to do it, we could easily speed this up a little bit. The other thing that I did was I got more pins, so you see we have 4 here. And originally I had all brown, all white, all yellow, and all pink in here. Now I'm not sure, but I did roughly 400 breeds with this setup and nothing. So I'm not sure if I breed 2 yellow ones, if these still have a chance to roll the blue one. I'm thinking that you have to breed like a yellow and a pink one. This way it rolls the odds of either being yellow or pink, and then you have that 1 in 1200 chance of getting a blue axolotl. But what I'm doing now, as you can see here, is we're setting up these little cells with a little glass pane in between them. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little bit better of a breeder, I guess. Like I said, I've learned a few things, and one of those things that I have learned is axolotls can actually breed through a glass pane. So if we were to put a glass pane here, and we were to go and scoop up, let's say, a yellow one and a pink one, we can put these guys in our little farm here, and we'll place this guy here, we'll place this guy here. Let's go get ourselves a couple of tropical fish real quick. And pop back up here. We can breed these guys now a little more effectively, right? Click on this one, click on this one. They will breed through that glass pane, which is pretty neat, and then the baby will pop out, to which we got to get a water bucket, and we can pick it up. This is going to be a little easier for us as far as sorting out... Oh, and we can just walk through this. Of course we can. This is going to be a little easier for us sorting things out as opposed to what I had here, where we're running in trying to keep track of which axolotl is which. And, yeah. We're going to continue the breeding process, and we're going to build this system up here. Let's see, I've got roughly 16 no. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 4 is 16. So yeah, I need to build 16 of these cells here. And what I'm going to do is probably build them out that way. And we're just going to have a long old line of glass going all the way, and then axolotls, and we should be able to come in with our buckets and breed these guys, and then come in and snag up the babies when the time comes. Oh, we're going to attempt, I think Jess is the only other one that is actively attempting to get the blue axolotl, and I know Silent is thinking about doing some stuff with them as well, as far as making a tropical fish farm, something like that. But we're just gonna keep trying, and I think this is going to be definitely a better system, because we can just roll through here, we can breed all these bad boys up, and sometimes they'll poke out. I guess that's cool. I wish they poked out all the time, because then we could kind of automate this a little bit better. Oh, but we don't need these babies, so of course we need to find a way to get rid of them as well. Through some testing on creative, if I were to put a half slab, these guys can actually fit underneath the half slab, so that doesn't help anything. Haven't found a way to really separate out the babies just yet. But like I said, we're going to pick all of these guys up, and we're going to continue our... Oh, they do say baby. That's good. That one says baby. I didn't know that. Cyan, adult cyan, baby. Perfect. Okay, well, we're going to pick these guys up. We're going to move the cells, and then we're going to attempt more breeding. Oh, wish me luck, because we haven't been real lucky so far. And that's okay. It's a fun little project nonetheless, messing around with the new stuff. Oh. I forgot my axe. So this is what we're doing right now. Yep. Oh, I also went out and got myself some more iron so that we have 32 buckets. We have 32 axolotls. That gives us 16 breeds at a time. 16 potential rolls of a axolotl. And as I said, I think we gotta have the difference in the parent colors. We can't just do the same color. I thought we could. We tried that for a little while. It didn't work. So here we go. Let's go ahead and build 14 more cells. Well, we streamlined the process for the better. Now, something that we learned is you have to get the water source on the glass pane, and then you have to put the 2 axolotls. Otherwise, they won't breed. They'll sit there and just have the love hearts. I had to fix the second cell I built, and then one of the cells over here I had to build. Now, honestly, what we should have done is done something very similar to that in the distance there. There are axolotls in that tray there, and I think that portion over there will spawn in tropical fish, and they'll be shot down into a little pool where you can pick them up, and then you can breed your axolotls. It'd be a lot faster than going underneath here and picking up the fish. But there again, I didn't think this was going to take as long as it did. What is my audio at? Ah. Sorry about that. Anyway, I didn't think this was going to take as long as it did. So we're going to do a little bit more breeding. And I just released episode 4 the night prior to me recording this clip. I wanted to have this whole video done by the weekend so that we could get this video out early next week. But I think we're going to go through the weekend of breeding these guys, and if we don't have it You know, if we don't get the blue axolotl, we don't get the blue axolotl. It'll be an unfortunate thing, but it is what it is. Like, it's a pain, but, you know? See, like, these guys don't want to do the thing. And it's because this one's stuck? Yep. So this isn't a foolproof system. Sometimes just simply replacing them like that works, I guess. Oh. The other thing that we did is we built this little shaft here to get rid of the babies. And I'll show you how we do that by picking up... Well, that guy went back in there, but... Basically, what you have to do is place these guys in like that, let them get sucked down, and take your water bucket back. Oops, that was my alarm. It's early. Oh, so yeah, that's what we have to do to get these guys, but, you know, it works. It works. It's a nice little system. It's organized. We could sit here and keep an eye on it if it doesn't work. Like I said, we can pick one of these guys up so as to not wasting our tropical fish. And I don't know, like I said, we're gonna go for a few more days and see. Goodness, this thing was working great last night. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and then we of course can look through these little blocks here and steal a source of water and then snag up the babies. So I know that some people may comment on this, some people may say that is a terrible thing that you're doing there. Well, it is, but I am approaching the 1500 breed mark. And if I had 1500 axolotls just hanging out, that is a lot of storage space as well as a lot of axolotls in the world if we didn't put them into storage. So we got to do something with them. But we're just going to roll through this and try to do a little bit more breeding in hopes that everything... was hoping that everything would start coming up, but we have not had good luck at all. Well, as I said, we'll go for a few more days doing this. If we don't get one, we're just gonna step away from the project. It is what it is at this point. Oh. As many breeds as we've done, I'm a little discouraged, if I'm being honest, that we haven't seen a blue axolotl yet. It's either extremely rare or I'm extremely unlucky, or it's not a thing that we can breed. It could be that. It could be a little bug. I don't know. Why would you do that? Yep. Oh, well, shoot. Where's the other one that we didn't pick up? There it is. This doesn't make it easier to see these little guys, and doesn't make it easier to get them in and out of there, but yeah, we're going to keep breeding. So I added a conduit so we could be underneath here gaining or gathering fish without having to worry about coming up for air. That was slowing us down not a huge amount. But we did a bunch more breeding, and I have kind of kept note of how many breeds that we were at. Roughly 18 hours, roughly 1,900 breeds. And we have these guys. Oh, I missed the recording because it just... I come in here and I'm breeding the I think it was this pair right here. I'm breeding these and I'm going, oh, is it going to be pink or is it going to be yellow this time? And then I was getting ready to go breed this pair. And I look over and the bad boy's blue. And then I shouted it in chat and I was extremely excited. I believe Silent and Lee were streaming at that time. So a few people got to... Oh, this guy's not ready. If we'd feed him tropical fish, he would be. A few people saw it, so... Yep. Where? Right there. That works. Oh, let's see. So, we've got our adult pair here. I have a blue one here, a blue one here, and a blue one here. I've given one to Jesse. I gave one to Beardstone. He happened to be on when all of this nonsense was going on. So, yeah. I think we have no further use for this area. This was a pretty streamlined process. I was doing some math yesterday morning. I can't remember what all I've said in recordings, and I do apologize if I repeat myself. This project has spanned a little over a week and a half, so I can breed this whole set of 32 axolotls, which I was counting as 16 breeds, in 5 minutes. I can go down here and collect fish in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then I can breed all of these guys in the other 3 minutes. So 16 breeds every 5 minutes. That's 32 breeds every 10 minutes. That is a stack of breeds every 20 minutes. That's 196 every hour. Now, I was lowballing myself quite significantly when I was doing the math, saying, I'll put about 6 more hours into this and get up to about 2,400 breeds, double the odd chances, and then if I don't get one, we're just too unlucky, and we are not going to do anything with it. But, just like in my shulker here, we're going to grab a couple of these we're going to grab the adult axolotls. The baby is going to probably stay inside of this shulker here, or in some form. And we're going to grab these 2 adults, and the guy on the left is actually the OG of the whole thing. This guy right here. So, this bucket we'll throw up here, and we need to come up with a name. We need a name for this guy, right? Like, it was a very, very grindy process, and it took us a very, very long time to get him or her. I don't know what it is. So we need a name. So I think you guys should help me out. I think you guys should give me a name for this guy, gal, and we'll pick a few of them. If there's some good ones, which I know there's going to be, we'll pick a few of them, and then maybe we'll put up a poll or something, and you guys can vote on your favorite, and then we're gonna give this individual a name. Now, this guy right here obviously is not in his forever home. This is just the OG right here. We're gonna have to get him or her. I keep saying that. Him is just a go-to. I apologize. But we're gonna have to get it to some sort of location, and I'm not sure. I'm a little tired. I'm a little excited, and I'm not sure where we should put some kind of little display tank. Maybe it should even be out here. You know what I mean? Maybe we should build like a little deal right here. No, don't know. But there he is. So cute. Look at the little face. Yeah. So, yep, there is the blue axolotl, which is really kind of purple with orange gills. And we need a name. We need a name, and we're gonna build an enclosure for it at some point. But I'm done. I'm done. We so much time. I'm so exhausted. And I never want to breed another axolotl ever again in my life. Oh. We did learn some things from this. First and foremost, if you're going to undertake this project, it can be very grindy. Some of you, or probably all of you, will get it in your first breed, unlike me. I'm extremely unlucky, but very persistent. Um, Building a little setup that I did for breeding worked, and it worked pretty efficiently. The only bad thing is every now and then we'd have to go in and kind of bucket and move around the adults because they didn't want to breed. So if you weren't paying attention and just running through feeding them, you ended up just wasting tropical fish. Um, Building what Silent has with his tropical little fish farm would definitely be the way to go if you wanted to mass produce some axolotls and increase your chance of getting them. Swimming around and getting the fish is kind of a pain, but I could do it in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So it gave me a nice little break from breeding. You know what I mean. Um, Axolotls can breed through glass panes. It's pretty good. Oh, they are getting this blue one is a pain, pain. Oh, but we did it. Look at that little guy back there. Look at him. So that's going to do it for me today. I know this video is actually going to be a little bit shorter than usual, but a lot of time went into this. I wish there was more I could show you. It was just a lot of breeding. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know the routine. Like, comment, consider subscribing if you're new. Check the description down below for all the different ways to follow me. Hit the notification bell if you want to get notified. There is a link to Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Truly Bedrock Discord, Patreon if you're feeling nice. Um, all those things. There's also a link to all the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels in the description below. So please make sure you give them at least a subscription. Doesn't cost you anything. And give them a watch if you got a chance. I know there's a lot of content out there, but hey, they're so good, right? Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.